Welcome to how to make a YouTube video using Windows Movie Maker. That's already a free program on Windows. And we're going to start here with the very basics on how to create your frames or your slides for the video part. You can use any kind of graphic software you like. You may have Photoshop or whatever you're using, that's great. I want to show you how to do it using Paint, which is also a free program on Windows. On Vista, it's just a regular program under All Programs. If you're using Windows XP, you have to go to All Programs and then Accessories, and then you'll find Paint. We're going to do a new slide, and it just came back up the size I want, but go to Image, Attributes, type in here. I usually use about 550 by 400. That's a good size for YouTube. And the first thing we're going to do is just create a solid background slide that we can use to put other graphics on, or just as a background to do some of our live text with the Windows Movie Maker. I'm just going to go to the color you want. If you want a choice of more color, double click on a color. It brings up the color palette, and you can click on one of these and find custom colors. You can get exactly what color you want here. I'm going to make it easy though and use this green. Here is the little paint bucket to fill with color. Just click it anywhere on your slide and it fills it with the color. And that I'm just going to save as and put it in the file where I know where it is and I can find it again, which would be Online Success Team, Videos, How to Make a YouTube Video, and Images. And this I'm going to name Green Background. And JPEG automatically came up because I use JPEG, but you could make it a bitmap. I'll show you that on the next one. Okay, now we're going to start. We'll take this background and go on to another image. I'm going to open this image that I want to use with it. Just go to Edit, Copy, and back on the Paint, Edit, and Paste. And you'll see it comes up right here, but you can move it. You can put it in any position you want. And I usually put it a little higher or lower to give some room here to add text. Or maybe on our Windows Movie Maker, we want to add some graphic text down at the bottom. So here also, it's simple to size it. You can enlarge it or make it smaller, whatever you want, and then place it where you want. And you know what? If you don't get it exactly where you want it, this is a great part of Paint. You go in here and you just move it. Put it in the center. Let's make it a little lower. Go back to your fill bucket with the green. Fill it back up. And there you've got a slide. We will save as Road to Success. And right here you can use JPEG, or you can choose another format. I just think JPEG comes out the best to use for a YouTube video. Now we're going to go ahead and make another addition here of some text. Try to kind of center it here. Now if you want to leave the white background, that's fine. That's a good choice. If you want to leave the color, just click on this one. White is here. color of your slide is here. And you'll notice that this text box pops up. You can choose any type of font you want. I think we'll do some nice clean cornerstone, and the size here about 22. It is already on bold. You can unbold it. Whoops, we need to switch this to white. And I think I'll bring it down a line. Also move it over a little bit. Yeah, I think that's centered pretty well. Like I said, eyeball it. And if you want to move it a little bit to one side or the other. Up or down. Let's do that. You go back to the green fill bucket. Fill it in. Now you've got it just the way you want it. Save as. Online Success Team, JPEG, and I have the slides. So that's the quick and simple version of how to create your own slides. Now you don't have to have slides. You can use a picture, and I'll show you that a little further when we get on along to the next section, which is using Windows Movie Maker. So now we're going to go on with how to make the photos and the video part of the Windows Movie Maker. So you go down here to Start, All Programs, and there's the Windows Movie Maker right there. This is really fairly easy and versatile program. It just, you know, I learned it all by trial and error, so you can do it. A little guidance will help make it go faster though. We're going to start File, New Project, and then we're going to import our pictures. Now this is also where you're going to import videos or audio files, but we're going to concentrate on the pictures for now. And you go to the file where you have your pictures. You can import one at a time, or you can import whichever ones. You can import more than that all at the same time. If you hold down the Control key and just pick exactly the ones you want, you can import those. Or you could also just import all of them at the same time by holding the Shift key when you the first one and the last one. If you want to end here, you can end there. If you want to end here, you can end here. And highlights all the pictures and imports them all. So they're right here for you. And now this is so easy. You just pick out, let's say I'm going to start with the plain green background. Just drag it down here. It'll probably be the first one just for a little bit of a title. And let's not make it too long. You can drag it. Make it as long or as short as you want your video to run. And once you start working with the audio file, that's where that really comes in handy, because you can make your files change exactly with the audio so it synchronizes it all. But you have to do that part by hand. Let's say you also have a file here. Let's pull down this one, the one that we made with Paint. And you see it showing right here. You move this to move it back and forward. This will play, start. So you see how long it is, how long the next file is. Now, if you say you want to talk about this one, you just make it a little longer, or you need it to be longer to go along with the audio. Now, if you have a photograph that is not on a file, just pull it down and it'll fill up the space. And let's see if we don't have another slide to bring down here. And oh, let's go with this work from home. Now, I may want that at the very beginning, so you just drop it in right here. And you can change the positions of these simply by dragging them. Go put this one back here. Move this one up here. You see how easy that is? And you make them as long as you wish. You might want to shorten this one now. So that's all you do. You just start bringing your slides down. And then you may want to end with this one. And I'll show you how you can add the text for your website in the next section. But that's it for now on the video, how to do the pictures. Thanks, and join me on the next one.